Hey everyone, my name is Paula and welcome to Relatively Refined. In today's video, I have part 2 of my Epic Cottage thrift haul, so stay tuned, you won't want to miss it. Before I jump into the thrift haul, I first of all want to share with you some friend mail that I received the other day. I got a package in the mail from our viewer, Deborah, and inside the package were these gorgeous green depression glass bowls. Are they not stunning? Deborah said she saw them at the thrift store and she knew that I would love them, and she is absolutely right. They are so beautiful, and green is one of my favorite colors. Blue is my most favorite, and green is a close second. And these are so lovely, and they will look gorgeous on a summer table, a spring table, even a Christmas table with my red transferware. Can you just see that? Isn't that beautiful? So Deborah, thank you so much. That was incredibly generous of you, and I cannot tell you how much I appreciate it. So I did want to make sure to give a shout out to Deborah and share these beautiful bowls that she found, and I am so thrilled to have them. So thank you so much, Deborah. In my last video, which I think aired 2 weeks ago, and I'll link it right up here, I talked about the fact that I'd had some fantastic luck at the thrift store, and I had a huge haul that I needed to break into 2 parts. So this is part 2, and I'm just gonna dive in because I've got stuff spread out all over here, and I am gonna go in no particular order. And don't come for me because I seem like I'm a hoarder. I will be decluttering my house and replacing some of my things with new things and moving some things to our Poshmark closet or our website. And I'll talk a little bit about that at the end of this video. So let's get started with the haul. First of all, I'm going to show you some books that I found. I collect the Little House on the Prairie series of books, and so I found By the Shores of Silver Lake and The Long Winter. I loved these books when I was a little girl, and in fact, my sisters and I would play Little House on the Prairie out in the yard, and I can remember in the fall going into the garden after the first frost and the tomatoes were kind of mushy and rotten. I don't know, we played with the rotten vegetables and pretended we were picking the crops and we were living on the prairie. So that was way back before social media and all of that, when you just played outside in the good old dirt. Or rotten vegetables, as the case may be. I also found this book. It's in a case. I'll see if I can get it out. It is Sherlock Holmes, The Final Adventure, and I love a good Sherlock Holmes story. So I got that, and I believe at my Goodwill, where I got these books, are $1.29 for paperback, and I think $1.99 or maybe $2.29 for a hardback book. I also found this Antoinette Pope School cookbook. It is definitely vintage. It was published in 1949, and it doesn't have pictures or anything, but it does have all kinds of excellent recipes, and it was just really fun to look at. And as I said, I love books, and especially vintage books. And then finally, excuse me for reaching, finally, I found a copy of the Magnolia Table Cookbook, which I know is a popular cookbook, and I think it's pretty pricey. Yes, it's originally $30, so $2.29 or $1.99 or whatever I paid was an excellent deal. So those are the books that I got. All right, let me share some of my other goodies with you. I found, as you know, I'm a sucker for anything handmade, and that goes for handmade pottery. So I found this gorgeous handmade pottery platter, and I'll hold it up. It has these beautiful birds on it, and it does have a signature that actually looks kind of like a scribble on the back, but I thought this was so beautiful with these twisted handles, and it's a sweet little size. And so this was, believe it or not, 99 cents at my thrift store. And as I said, anything handmade, I really have such a hard time walking away from. So I got that beautiful platter. I also got, let me just see, I've got all these things kind of piled up here. I don't know if I actually shared this. I've had this for a while and I don't think I shared it, and I just happened to see it the other day and I wanted to share it. And it is this little tiny barn. It looks like this, and it opens up, and inside if there's a little barn scene. Is that not adorable? And I'm a sucker for miniatures, and so is my sister Kathleen. And I have a bunch of these. I think I have 3 or 4 of these that are Halloween themed and one that is Easter themed. And I found this beautiful barn, and I absolutely love this. Hang on one second. Hazel is scratching at the door to come in, so I'm gonna pause the video and let her in, and I'll be right back. All right, I'm back and Hazel's inside. Then I found this beautiful, it's not really a painting, I don't know, it's like a print on kind of a little piece of wood, and I just thought this was so beautiful. And on the back, part of the label is still there, and it says Museo Nazionale Pompeii. So it's right from Italy. There's the label down there. It's kind of torn off, so you can't read the whole thing. But I just thought this was so beautiful. And so I grabbed that, and this was also 99 cents. And then I found this, I saw this little bowl on the shelf, and I thought it was so cute, and I thought that must be something. And it's this really cute little freckle-faced girl, and she has pigtails. Now it does have a little crack somewhere. I saw, oh, it's right there. But I don't mind, I don't mind that kind of thing at all. And so I texted a picture of this to my sister Patty, and she Google Lensed it, and it's actually part of an adorable set called the Strawberry Girl. And I will insert a picture of what the plate, the bowl, and the cup. It's like a child set, looks like when it's all put together. So when she showed me that picture, I was determined that I am going to try to find the other pieces to this. I looked all over the thrift store, and they were not there, unfortunately, which is probably why it got donated. But anyway, I'm going to keep my eyes peeled for the cup and saucer, and it makes a little complete girl. All right, some other bowls that I found. These are just kind of basic and utilitarian, and I think they're going to go up to the kids' house in Clemson when they go back for their kitchen, because they needed some more bowls. But they're just plain white bowls, small mixing bowls that they can scramble an egg in, or I don't know, bowls of ice cream or whatever. So I got those, and in my Goodwill, bowls are 59 cents each. So I picked up those, and those are nice heavy ones. This one is from Crate & Barrel, and then the other one doesn't have any markings, but it's very heavy and sturdy. So it's a very nice bowl, and you can't really go wrong with a neutral white bowl. Let's see, speaking of bowls, I found this, well, this is really more of a plate, but it's this beautiful little, I don't know, it's kind of a shallow dish really, and it's made in Italy. It says on the back, Meiselman Imports, New York, made in Italy. So in my imagination, I was thinking that this might have been like mid-century or imported into a fancy New York department store. I don't know if Meiselman imported to, fancy department stores, Italian pottery or what, but I thought it was beautiful, and the colors were perfect for fall, which is coming. All right. I also found this really pretty pie plate. I thought this was so darling. Now, I'm not normally a huge fan of, things with little hearts painted on them, but I loved the blue spongeware around the edge. It reminded me of Bennington Pottery, which is a pottery made right near where I grew up, and it's beautiful, and it has this kind of blue speckled or pink speckled spongeware look to it. This is very, very heavy. It says ABC exclusive. and it has a sticker, but it's kind of worn off. So I don't know, I'm not sure what the sticker said, but I just thought it was so pretty and very cottage looking. I can see, you know, like maybe an apple pie in this in the fall, or a cherry pie or something. Very, very pretty. So I got that pie plate. Some more bowls. It was, okay, I can tell you the theme of this thrift haul is bowls and mugs, and you'll see later I went mug crazy. But anyway, not a bowl, but a very sweet little container is this hobnail milk glass vase. And I saw it on the shelf, and my sister Patty put her shamrock plant in one just like this at St. Patrick's Day last year, and I thought it looked beautiful. So for 59 cents, I grabbed this, and I might put a shamrock plant in it on St. Patrick's Day this year. Then also, again, for 59 cents, it's hard to resist these. These are beautiful. I think these are, oh, there's my little receipt still in there. These are Watt, made in the USA. Let me see if I can hold one up for you to see. On the bottom, it says Watt, made in the USA, oven proof. I thought these were so pretty. I have a similar one, very similar to this one, about this size, and it has an apple on it. These look like maybe figs, I'm guessing, on there. Very pretty. I think these are so cottage kitchen to me. I absolutely love it. I love these kind of vintage looking bowls. So I got those. All right, I'm just gonna work with what's on the table first. Then I found, okay, this is a candlestick. I call it a candlestick, a candle holder. I don't know exactly what the right term is, but isn't he adorable, that little bunny? He was so cute. There was just one of him. He is made by Fitz and Floyd, and he'll be perfect at Easter on my table or on a little side table. I just thought he was darling. And I think he was like 99 cents. And then because I can't resist, I love birds, and this was so pretty, this little bird figurine. It's actually also a candlestick. You could put probably a tea light in there. It's this little robin redbreast. Isn't he so cute? And he's is like a bisque ceramic. There's a sticker on the bottom that says, I think it's made in Japan or Taiwan. I can't, it's really hard to read it. I'm sorry, I should have even spent that much time. But anyway, there's the sticker. And he's so cute. So I got him. All right. There was a slight interruption. My daughter needed to be dropped off at work. So it's just one of those days. Everybody's home. So it's tough to find a time when there's not a lot of in and out. Anyway, let's see. Back on the bowls theme. I think I mentioned in my video 2 weeks ago that I was collecting little bowls for to give to my friends at Christmas time, and I'm gonna put maybe like some homemade truffles in them. So I found these 2 little handmade pottery bowls, which are adorable, and they were 59 cents each. So I got those, and my plan is to put the homemade truffles in these and give them as gifts to my friends and colleagues. And then I found one more bowl, and this was so pretty. I loved the color of this. It does have a very handmade look to it, although it's not. It is Sophie Conrad for Port Marion. And I just thought that celadon green was gorgeous. And it's a really nice size. So I don't know exactly what I'm gonna do with this bowl, but I couldn't resist it. It was so pretty. And like I said, again, 59 cents at my Goodwill. Okay, not a bowl, but a canister, or 2 canisters. There were these 2 copper canisters at Goodwill, and they, this one says flour, although it's very hard to see. And it does have a lot of kind of corroding on the top, although the inside of this is perfectly clean in the flour one. And then there was also the sugar canister. And this one looks a lot better on the outside. I don't know if that's, I'm sorry, that's probably got a glare, but it says sugar here. And the outside looks a lot better, but it does have corrosion on the inside. So these would not really be food safe. They would really be more for decor. And they were, I think, like 99 cents for this and $1.99 for this. So I just couldn't leave them. I know people love copper, and I don't know, I guess it's my mission to rescue these items that I think might end up in the landfill. So I'm sorry, I just banged that camera. So I'm not sure what I'm gonna do with those, but I have those canisters. All right, also Handmade Pottery, which I'm a sucker for, was this little mini bundt pan, or like bundt baker. Is that not adorable? Beautiful colors, and there it is signed on the bottom, so it is handmade, and I just thought it was absolutely gorgeous. It's pretty just as decor, but it is also something that you could, you know, it's food safe, so you could definitely cook using this. And I loved the colors, you know, me and my blue, and this is blue and green, which is like a double win for me. All right, these next items are these little cups, and I saw these sitting on, I saw one at first sitting on the shelf in Goodwill. It's this little copper cup with a wooden handle. And then I looked around and I found a set of 6 of them. Well, I Google Lensed them, which is an app on my phone where you can kind of look things up to see what they are if you're not sure. And what these are vintage Scandinavian Glog cups. So if we serve Glog, I'm ready. You know, me and glassware, you can always, it's good to have the perfect glass for everything. So next time I serve Glog, I've got the perfect cups. But I actually really thought they were so mid-century looking. They kind of look like something my sister Kathleen would have. And they're really, really cute. And they're in perfect condition. So I picked those up, and I think, I know, she charged me 25 cents each. So it was $1.50 for the set of 6. So what's a girl to do? I had to bring them home with me. All right, let's get into the mugs, because that's what I have left, I think. And I did go a little bit mug crazy. I'm trying to up our mug game at the house. So I purged a few mugs, and I got a few ones that I'll share with you. Now, this first one is not one that we'll actually drink out of, but it is the cutest little vintage mug. It says, always drink milk. And then on the bottom, it says hand decorated, made in Japan. And it's this little vintage looking deer as the handle. How stinking cute is that? And when I looked up what it is, it was part of a campaign called Oh Dear, Always Drink Your Milk. And this is from the 1950s. I have no idea how it survived from the 1950s, you know, let alone from the 1950s, and then on the shelves of Goodwill where everything is kind of just thrown in. But how cute is that? I could not resist that. So I picked that up. All right, this next mug, I don't know. It was so adorable. It says, welcome to my home, and it's this little house on the front of the mug. I just thought this was so cute and cheery, and I just can see, you know, a cozy cup of coffee or tea out of that. And is that not so adorable? And mugs are 59 cents at my Goodwill, so I grabbed that. Now these next 2 are my absolute favorites, and these are little blueberry mugs. Aren't these, and they are perfect size for me. They're not a huge mug. I like a smaller mug for my coffee, but isn't that so sweet? There were 2, so I grabbed both of those. All right, actually there are 2 things in here that are not mugs, so let me share those. The first is this really beautiful ceramic napkin holder. It has cherries on one side, and then, I don't know, maybe grapes or some kind of maybe a blueberry, blackberry, something on the other side. But it is made in Italy, it says on the bottom. And I just thought it was so pretty. And then these two things. I'm reaching back here to grab them. Are salt and pepper shakers, and they, to me, they're so 1980s. They have these geese on them that are one's holding a strawberry and one's holding a cherry, and they're just so, I don't know, they just seem so vintage looking to me, so 1980s, and I couldn't pass them up. It was $1.99 for the pair, so I grabbed them. I need them like a hole in the head, so I may end up putting these on our Poshmark shop, but I think they're so cute. So I took those home with me. And then this is also a vintage mug. It is stamped Japan on the bottom, and it has a beautiful floral design. I loved that mug, and I thought that was so pretty. It just makes you smile when you look at it. And then another mug. This says Cabin Fever. How cute is that mug? And I love the shape of this. This is also a small size, so I love this little mug. And then finally, I got a set of 4 coffee or teacups, and they are so cute. I'll show you 2 of them. Here are 2 of them. There are 4, and they are blue and white, which of course you know I cannot resist, and they have little blue and white chinoiserie teacups and tea accessories on them. How cute are those? They are colony blue, and they are also by Fitz and Floyd, and I got a set of 4. So here are 2, but there's a complete set of 4. So, oh, there's one more thing. So the last and final thing I found was this little restaurant ware creamer. It's like a little individual creamer that you would maybe get at a diner when they serve your coffee in those thick mugs. And I thought this was so adorable. So there you have it. Okay, I think that is everything. I know I probably seem like a hoarder, and what the heck am I going to do with all of this stuff? So let me tell you, as I said, I've been decluttering my house and kind of swapping out some things and passing on some things. And we did mention, I think my sister Patty did mention that we have a Poshmark shop, but we also had some other exciting news, which is that we've started a website. It's relativelyrefined.com, and on that website you'll find a blog, and then there's links to our Instagram, and then we also decided to open up our own little shop, our online shop, because honestly, Poshmark and eBay and all of those places charge so many fees that you almost have to raise your prices, the prices of your items, to a point that I don't know, that doesn't really make sense to me, just to cover the cost of the fees. So we thought if we sold directly to our viewers and to other people who come to our site, we could cut out the middleman and then keep our prices reasonable. Our goal is not to become, full-time resellers or to make a ton of money off of reselling. Our goal is to save things from the landfill and pass on these beautiful treasures to other people who will really appreciate them. I feel like when I go to Goodwill and I see these things, I want to rescue them and bring them home and match them up with a loving family. And I want to do that at a reasonable price, because not everybody has thrift stores near them. Not everybody's thrift store has reasonable prices or even very many goods. And sometimes people can't really get out. And so it's my goal to be able to pass on some of these things to people who want them through our website. So we will announce when the store is fully active. I've just been loading items into it, and so when it is ready and goes live, as they say, we will definitely let you know. So be sure to hit the notification bell and also check our community tab. But it is possible that by the time you see this video, the store will be live, and you can just go to the website and click on shop, and if it brings you to the shop, then it's live. And if it doesn't do anything, then we haven't gotten it totally up and running, because as I said, there's a huge learning curve for us with this website, but we've had a good time. So thank you so much for sticking through this huge haul. I hope you've enjoyed it. I sure really enjoy going to the thrift store and having some great luck. I have to say, I have not had great luck more recently. I've come away empty-handed, which is fine because I have plenty and I don't really need a whole lot more, although I do love it and I enjoy the thrill of the hunt, as I know many of you do as well. So thanks so much for sticking with me. Stay tuned for our Relatively Refined segment where we're going to share some of our viewers' thrifted treasures. And all of you, I hope, are well. We appreciate your support. If you enjoy this type of content, be sure to subscribe. We are so close to hitting our goal of 5,000 viewers by the end, or subscribers by the end of the summer. We're almost at 4,000. So we're hoping that maybe by September, we'll be at 5,000. Which would be wonderful. We appreciate each and every one of you. So take care, and I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye. Welcome to Relatively Refines, where we share our viewers' thrifted treasures. Today's treasure comes from viewer Sandra, who hails from Alaska. It is this beautiful picture entitled The Halfway House. She says it's a large, sofa-sized print of a painting by artist H. Bolton Jones. The picture cost her $5 at a Goodwill store in Greeley, Colorado. Her husband and herself and their 5 children were visiting there from Alaska. She says that was over 30 years ago. Their baby is now 33, and he was 15 months old at the time. The $5 picture rode home in the back of the minivan with them from Denver to Seattle, then along the Canadian highway to Skagway, where they boarded a ferry and got home to Juneau. The picture lives in their guest room, but because of the wonderful fall colors, Sandra moves it into the dining room from September to just after Thanksgiving. She says that after all these years, she still loves it. And Sandra, I can totally see why. It is beautiful. Thank you so much for sharing that with us. If you would like us to share one of your thrifted treasures, simply send an email to the address on the screen with a picture and a little description, and we will be happy to share it in an upcoming video. Thank you so much for joining us today. Take care, everyone, and we will see you in the next video. Bye-bye.